In a shocking turn of events, one actor, Brian Cox, decides to stand against the Hollywood narrative in this crazy twist. We know that there's a lot going on right now with the entire J.K. Rowling situation, everything surrounding Hogwarts Legacy. There's chaos all over the place, and it continues to spread more and more, leading up to the release of this new game, Hogwarts Legacy. But one man, Brian Cox, who stars in the Succession show, which is a fantastic show, by the way, highly recommend checking it out, defends J.K. Rowling's trans stance again, calling her critics high and mighty. Now, what this really boils down to is the fact that he just despises the fact that these people are trying to continue to destroy her, cancel her, simply because of an opinion that she has. Hollywood absolutely hates what he is saying here. When asked about Rowling, Cox said he wasn't thrilled about how she has been vilified in the media and among other celebrities. And this is even with him saying that he was very proud of the new legislation that was in Scotland, which would allow trans-identifying people to change their legal gender without a medical diagnosis requirement. So you can see that he is someone who obviously just at the end of the day just wants free speech to be a thing, which is a very rare opinion even among Hollywood circles nowadays, who are continuing to become more and more communist by the year, it seems like. He says this: "I don't like the way she's been treated, actually," the Emmy Award winner said. "I think she's entitled to her opinion. She's entitled to say what she feels, just as much as trans-identifying individuals are entitled to their opinions." You know what I mean? As a woman, she's very much entitled to say what she feels about her own body, and there's nobody better to say that as a woman. Pretty based, honestly, pretty based. So I do feel that people have been a bit high and mighty about their own attitude towards J.K. Rowling, quite frankly. He continued, "Cox has said something similar about Rowling before. During an interview with Piers Morgan last May, he called the backlash against the billionaire author deeply unjust. He further stated that modern-day cancel culture is a kind of modern-day McCarthyism. It is a kind of raid on people's sensibilities in order to reduce them and make them, I don't know, there's so much hypocrisy in the whole thing. I find the whole thing completely hypocritical. I'm not religious, but there is a thing in the Bible where it says, 'Let he or she without sin cast the first stone.'" Which, of course, you know, the whole thing about this is that the woke ideology is a religion at the end of the day. It has its own, you know, it has all of its own kind of standards of what you can identify as a religion. Everything from, you know, sins and atonements, even to religious leaders. And this whole thing is continuing to go more and more insane, as it's getting to the point now where you can't have opinions that go against the mainstream narrative that is being pushed by Hollywood, by our education system, and all of these other major establishments, because if you do, then you are someone who is going against the woke religion, and that is completely unacceptable. And I think that Brian Cox, even if I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that he believes in, I do agree with him on this one point, that this is something that's very important. Free speech is important, and cancel culture is an absolute disease. So with all of that being said, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. What do you think about what Brian Cox says here in this interview? Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.